So today I want to talk a little bit about your stance and some common stance errors. Now, Ben is actually very short in real life. I'm actually 6'3" and Ben's 4'12". How tall are you, Ben?
6'4".
6'4". So this would be just slightly above average NHL goalie, height-wise. Ability-wise, very close. But let's talk about our stance. Our stance, let's face this camera for a second. Up on our feet, we've got knee bend, stick positioning, and glove positioning. We want to have our stick gap so there's room between the stick and the pads. That allows you to cushion the puck. And also by challenging forward with your stick, when you're making low saves, you have less distance laterally to go than if you had the stick way back here. So stick position, you want it gapped and squared. Sometimes when you're in relaxed concentration, you may be standing up tall, your stick blade may not be touching the ice. But when you get into your razor ready stance, it will be touching the ice. You look at your glove position, you want to imagine like there's a laser beam on your glove pointing out at the puck. You can have glove up, glove down. We don't want to have stuff like double coverage, or we don't want to have it clawed in. You want that laser focus of the palm on the puck. This does two things. It discourages the guy from trying it, because if you got the glove down here, the guy's going to want to try that all day long, right? If you got it up here, he might not want to try it. And even if he does, now you only got a little bit of distance to go. Another term we've heard, double coverage. Now sometimes you see goalies, blocker in front, glove in front, they're very thin, they're not very wide. Now, you're not going to stay in this position when a guy shoots it, so in effect, double coverage to me isn't a big issue when you're standing. It becomes a big issue when you butterfly. So when he goes in his butterfly, Andrew Raycroft used to do this all the time. You get everything in front, and he was very thin. You want to build width to your coverage by planting your arms to your hips or coming straight forward from your hips with your gloves so they're filling up space with the gloves projected. You don't want them to go outboard though, because now you create 6 and 7 holes. Last error we want to zero in on when he stands up is the blocker lock. And the blocker lock is when you set your stick right on your pad like this. A lot of goalies rested on there. Two problems. Number one, it doesn't cover as much net as if the blocker was forward. That covers more net, less net. Now, if you have the glove or the blocker here, we want to go to a glove side low save. It's just straight across when we butterfly, you make that save. Now, if you start it back here with the blocker lock, you want to get your stick on a shot to the glove side. You got to come off this forward and then there. That's going to take too long, and that stance is going to kill your game with those errors. So it's good to go back to look at your fundamentals, stick position, glove position, armpit position, and understand that we don't want to make a blocker lock, and we don't want to double cover when we're in the butterfly. Up on your feet, not so bad. In your butterfly, it's fatal. I'm going to teach you goal scoring. I've led in 1 million goals. I can help you score more goals because of all the ones I've given up. One of the first things we need to learn is the stick position. You've got to understand the difference between an open stick and a closed stick. So here is an open stick. When a guy has the stick blade facing the goalie, that's called an open stick. And if you watch right here, this would be an example of me carrying the puck with an open stick. I can shoot it without any warning. Now you can carry it like this with an open stick. You could also carry it like this with an open stick, because the stick blade is squared up to the goalie. I'll tell you why this is important in a second. Now the second way a lot of people carry the puck, depending on the situation, is where the stick blade is closed. It's facing the sideboards. So when they come in, now stick blade is facing the side, and I can't shoot this puck. The problem with carrying the puck like this with a closed stick on a goalie when you're trying to score, the problem's going to be he knows you can't shoot. Before you can shoot it, you got to open it up. So when you come in on a breakaway, good piece of advice, carry it with an open stick, and then if you still want to deke, you can get them to bite, and then you can deke. Now the open stick fake is a crucial fake that's guaranteed to score goals at the lower levels. Quinn, come on over to this side. So smart shooters will never come in and deke without a quality open stick fake. Now you can come in on a goalie and do all the shoulder fakes and all that stuff you want. Good goalies aren't going to bite on it. But what they will bite on is a quality open stick fake. So when you're coming in on the guy, if you draw the stick back a little bit, he's going to drive his knees. Now we got him, and we could score. So when you come in on a breakaway, don't come in with your stick closed, and don't deke until you give him an open stick fake, and then pop the biscuit in the basket. Now, come on over on this side, Quinn, and we're going to show you another quality open stick fake, this time on the backhand. So as you come in, you got him beat because he bit on the open stick fake. So that's a tip for today. You want to score some more goals, get the goalie to bite by using an open stick fake and knowing the difference between an open stick and a closed stick, and how if you come in on a breakaway with a closed stick, he's going to know what you're doing.